A poor man was married to a very beautiful woman. They never argued or fought. The husband loved his wife deeply, and the wife loved her husband just as much. They were a very happy couple, but they had a neighbor, a rich and handsome man. One day he saw the poor man's beautiful wife, and he instantly fell in love with her. "I want to marry her," he thought to himself. While the poor man worked in the fields each day, the rich man visited his house. He spoke to the woman. "You're so beautiful," he said to her, "but your clothes are old and plain. Why doesn't your husband buy you lovely new clothes? Maybe he doesn't truly love you. If he did, he'd dress you like a queen. Divorce him and marry me. I'll buy you the best clothes in the land. You'll be the most beautiful woman in all of Ethiopia." At first, the woman didn't pay attention to his words, but he came to her every day, saying the same things. Over time, she began to wonder, maybe he's right, she thought. Why doesn't my husband buy me nice clothes? Maybe he doesn't love me after all. That night, she spoke to her husband. "Look at me," she said. "My clothes are old and worn out. I want new ones. Please, buy me something pretty." Her husband looked at her gently and smiled. "You don't need new clothes," he said softly. "You are the most beautiful woman in the world to me," he said, but she was not happy. "If you really love me," she said, "then buy me a new dress." Her husband loved her deeply, and he wanted to make her smile. "I don't have much money," he thought, "and I need a new plow. But I want my dear wife to be happy." So the next day, he went to the market. He spent his little savings on a beautiful new dress. He brought it home and gave it to her. She tried it on and smiled brightly. "Thank you, my dear husband," she cried. "Now I know you truly love me." When the rich man visited again, he saw her wearing her new dress. "Look," she said, proudly. "My husband bought me this dress. He loves me very much." The rich man shook his head slowly. "A good husband gives more than clothes," he said. "He gives gold, necklaces, rings, jewels. Where is your gold necklace? Where are your rings? Why hasn't your husband given you those?" He opened a box and showed her beautiful gold jewelry. "Look at these," he said. "Divorce your husband and marry me. I will give you all of this." But the woman refused to listen. "Go away," she said. "I love my husband, and he loves me. We are happy together." Still, the rich man returned every day, and every day he showed her the same box of gold. Soon the woman began to wonder. Maybe he's right. Why hasn't my husband bought me gold? Doesn't he love me enough? That day, she didn't start a fire. She didn't cook a meal. When her husband came home from the fields, he was tired and hungry. "There's no dinner for you tonight," his wife said. "You don't love me." "What?" he cried. "But my darling, I love you more than anything. You are the most wonderful person in the world." "Then why don't you buy me gold jewelry?" she asked. If a man loves his wife, he gives her a gold necklace and rings for her fingers. Her husband felt sad and worried. "I already spent my money on her new dress," he thought. "How can I find more money for gold?" Then he had an idea. "I'll go see my brother. Maybe he can lend me some money." The next day he visited his brother. "Please lend me some money," he said. "I'll work for you in your field to pay you back." His brother agreed. "All right, but you must work hard. There are many stones in my field. You must clear them all." The man agreed. He took the money and went to the market. He bought beautiful gold jewelry. When he returned home, he gave the necklace and rings to his wife. She was very happy. She put the necklace around her neck and the rings on her fingers. "Look at me," she said. "Aren't I beautiful now?" "You are very beautiful," her husband said. "And if you are happy, then I am happy too." She smiled and wrapped her arms around his neck. Thank you, my dear husband," she said. "Now I truly know that you love me." The next morning, before the sun had even risen, her husband left the house early. He hurried to his brother's field. which was full of heavy stones. I must work very hard now, he thought. I need to start early and finish late. I must repay my brother. Meanwhile, his wife was at home, feeling happy. I'll make a wonderful dinner for my husband tonight, she thought. He gives me beautiful gifts. He works so hard for me. I know he loves me. Just then, she heard a voice call out, "Hello? Are you there?" She stepped outside. It was the rich neighbor again. "Oh, it's you," the woman said. "Listen, neighbor," she continued. "You were wrong about my husband. Yesterday, he gave me this beautiful jewelry. He loves me deeply, and I love him too. I will not divorce him, and I will never marry you." The rich man frowned. Her husband loves her too much, he thought. If I want to win her, I need to be clever. Then he said, "Your husband gave you clothes and jewelry, but I can give you even more." "What do you mean?" the woman asked. "Can your husband perform miracles?" the rich man asked. "Miracles?" She replied. "No, of course not. Only God can do miracles. Men can't make miracles. But I can," he said, "because I love you, and love can create miracles. If your husband truly loved you, he could make miracles too. But if you love me, I will make miracles happen for you." "Then show me a miracle now," she challenged him. "I can't," he said. "Not yet. First, you must promise to love me. You must leave your husband and come to me. Then I will perform the most amazing miracles for you." The woman said nothing. The rich man left. That night, the poor man came home very late. He was exhausted and hungry. His wife brought him water to wash. Then she served him a delicious meal. "My poor husband," she thought. "He works so hard for me. He's tired, and he's hungry. That rich man is foolish. How could my husband ever make miracles? It's impossible." But the next day, and the day after that, and again the day after that, the rich man came back. He asked her again and again, "Did your husband make a miracle for you yesterday?" The rich man came again. He said to the woman, "Leave your husband. Love me instead, and I will make many, many miracles for you every day." At last, the woman began to listen to him. One day when her husband came home, she looked very sad. "My dear wife, what's wrong?" he asked. "Are you sick?" "No," she replied. "I'm sad because you don't love me." "What?" cried her husband. "But you know I love you." "I bought you new clothes. I gave you gold jewelry. You are the most precious person in the world to me. But you don't make miracles for me," she said softly. Her poor husband was shocked. "Miracles? Of course I can't make miracles. Why do you even want a miracle?" "The neighbor came again today," she said. "He told me that love creates miracles. He said if a man truly loves a woman, he will perform miracles for her." Her husband became deeply worried. "That wicked man wants to steal my wife," he thought. First, she wanted new clothes, then gold jewelry, and now a miracle. What can I do? If I can't give her a miracle, maybe she'll leave me and go to him. The next day, he walked slowly to his brother's field. "I must pray," he thought. "Only God can help me now." He looked up to the sky and said, "Oh Lord, please help me. I love my wife and I don't want to lose her. Don't let this rich man take her from me." He worked hard all morning, moving heavy stones from the field. At midday, he sat under a tree to rest. There was already a man sitting there. "Who are you?" the poor man asked. "I am a wizard," the man replied, "and I have a gift for you." He held out 2 sticks. "These sticks can make miracles," the wizard said. "Miracles?" the poor man asked, excited. "What kind of miracles?" "If you touch someone with the first stick," the wizard said, "they will turn into a donkey." The poor man immediately thought of the rich neighbor and smiled. "A donkey? That's perfect." "And what happens if I touch them with the second stick?" he asked. "They will become a person again." said the wizard. The poor man jumped up. "Thank you, my friend. I prayed to God and he sent you to me. Now I can protect my wife and punish my enemy." He rushed home. "Wife!" he called out. "Come here. I'm about to make a miracle." His wife came outside. "A miracle?" she asked. "What kind of miracle?" "Watch this," her husband said. He touched her gently with the first stick, and in an instant, she turned into a donkey. Her head jerked and she tried to speak, but no words came out. All she could say was, "Hee-haw, hee-haw." Her husband touched her with the second stick, and immediately she became a woman again. "Husband, that was amazing," she said. "It's a real miracle. How did you do it?" "I prayed to God," he replied, "and he helped me." Then he added seriously, "Now, wife, I must punish my enemy." "Your enemy?" she asked. "Who do you mean?" "You know who," he said, looking directly at her. He wasn't smiling anymore. "Our rich neighbor. He comes here when I'm away in the fields. He gives you bad ideas. He tells you to ask for new clothes, to ask for gold jewelry, and then even for a miracle. Am I right? Was it the rich neighbor who put those ideas in your mind?" The woman looked down. She didn't answer. "And did you listen to him?" "Her," husband asked again. Still, she said nothing. She felt ashamed. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "It's true. He said all those things. He wanted me to leave you and marry him. And I listened." Her husband looked at her seriously and asked, "Do you want to leave me and marry him?" She looked up at him, her eyes full of tears. "No, my dear husband," she said. "I want to stay with you forever. I love you, and I promise I will never listen to him again." "Then take this stick," said her husband, handing her the first magic stick. "Use it on the rich man." He gave her the first stick, but he hid the second one in the roof of their house. The next day, he left early to work in the fields. Soon after, the rich neighbor came by again. "Well," he asked with a smug smile, "can your husband make miracles yet?" "Yes," the woman answered. Then she quickly touched him with the magic stick. In an instant, the rich man turned into a donkey. "Now," she said, "you can go help my dear husband in the fields." She took the donkey out. To the fields. Her husband was there, still working hard. "A donkey!" he exclaimed. "Perfect! Now I can finish this work much faster." From that day on, the poor man gave the donkey heavy loads to carry. The donkey carried stones from the fields, delivered sacks of teff to the market, and brought back flour and coffee. For many years, the donkey worked hard for the poor man. And the poor man, he wasn't so poor anymore. Thanks to the donkey, he was slowly becoming rich. One day, the poor man looked at the donkey. It was tired. It was old. It stood still with its head hanging low. The poor man felt sorry for it. He went into his house and brought out the second stick. Then he gently touched the donkey. At once the rich man stood before him again, but he was not young and handsome anymore. He was old. His back was bent. He looked weak and very, very tired. "You tried to take my wife away from me," the poor man said. "That was wrong. Go home now, and never look at another man's wife again." The rich man said nothing. He turned and walked away, and he never came back again. But the poor man and his wife, they lived happily together for many, many more years.